Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abisola Ayodele and my channel is called New Dawn Channel. I film about faith and lifestyle and then beauty and natural hair care tips on this channel. Thank you to my amazing subscribers. I always thank you guys. Like, thank you so much. Thank you for choosing to join in with me on this channel. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. You're the real deal. All right, let's jump right into the video of today. So yes, guys, I think recently a video went viral and it has got many people talking. So I think it's propelled this content for today. Actually, the video went viral and people have been talking. People have been talking about, particularly about other people. Like, why would people be judgmental? Why would people push their own expectations on other people? Why would Mr. A want his own personal expectations on Mr. B? Why would people want to poke nose into another person's business? Why would people why would people it's been that way. I mean, most of what I saw has been that way. And I'm just like, I sat down and I was thinking, isn't it an individual, like group of individuals that make up people? It is, right? So I'm trying to, like, I'm going to, like, take a turn away from other people and just come back to one person, an individual. That is me in this scenario, and also you. I mean, instead of looking at people, it's kind of easy for us to judge. How do I put it now? To see things from other, to push things on other people, kind of a thing. There's a way that it's very easy for me to say, don't do this. No, people should not do that. People should not do this. But now I'm just going to talk about me as an individual before I make group of individual make people. Before the individuals come together to now make people. An individual, me. That means I'm trying to, like, follow the scriptures that says, I won't quote it verbatim because I don't know how it's quoted verbatim. I think where it says that you should remove the wood in your own eye before you try to, like, help your own brother, help your other, help another person to remove the wood from their eyes. So as I'm saying, it's easy to kind of view things, view people, and then be like, people should not do this, people should not do that, forgetting that an individual, as I said, group of individuals make people. So that means I, as a person, before I start talking about other people, before I start saying why are people doing this, why are people doing that, I should first of all check myself. I should check myself, because most times people that keep saying other people do this, other people do that, they're actually the people that actually are also doing what they are saying people are doing. What am I saying? What I'm trying to say is that most times when people just sit down and say, oh, other people are doing this, they are also doing it. So instead of talking about other people, now I'm going to come back to myself. I'm going to be asking myself some questions right now, and which I want you to ask yourself, because we're learning from each other, right? Yeah, we are. Okay. Am I doing things that will hurt another person? Am I doing things that is any of my actions done to hurt another person, kind of a thing? That's one of the questions. Another one is, what is inside of me? Let me just, before I go deep, I was talking to somebody recently, and then the person was telling me about how people joke about things that hurt another person. Let's say, for example, uh, Mr. A jokes about something very, maybe what Mr. B is still going through, and jokes about it in such a way that, I mean, it's obvious to the blind that it is to hurt Mr. B. That means Mr. A said something purposefully or intentionally to hurt Mr. B. So she gave me that scenario, which I don't want to, like, say here. She mentioned those things and everything, how people just joke about things that someone is trying to still evolving through, still believing God to, surpass that level and all. And I gave a reply, which is so much wisdom, if I just say so myself. And it's the truth, actually. I gave her a reply. I said, it takes somebody, somebody who is truly happy, sincerely fulfilled. It takes that kind of a person to speak fulfillment or to speak positively about another person. Let me rephrase, or is it reframe now? That means it takes somebody who is sincerely happy to talk about something. I'm trying to like look for another way to put it. Okay, it takes a sad person, a sadist, a person who is unhappy, unfulfilled, uncontented, to actually say things about other people, that to gossip about other people, things, that shows maybe that other person is not happy. For let me try to like rephrase it again. I'm trying to like put it in words that I want you to understand what I'm saying. That means it takes me, let's say I'm happy. Oh, everything around me, I'm content, I'm so grateful to God about everything. That kind of a person, it will be hard for that kind of a person to want to like bring out faults in another person, or want to unconstructively criticize another person. I hope that makes sense. It does, right? It takes a person who is happy to see happiness in another person. So before I jump into people, why are people doing this? Why are people judgmental about this and that? Let me look at myself. Am I happy? Because there's one response that comes to my mind. I think it's been coming that way recently. When somebody comes to like try to gossip about somebody to me, the first thing that comes up in my heart is pity for this person that's trying to gossip to me, because I'm like, oh gosh, it simply shows that you are not happy. It takes a person who is happy, truly happy, to see happiness in another person. So as a person, if you find yourself judging other people in your is and judging other people does not necessarily mean you are saying it out. You can just be thinking it in your mind. And I'm not saying that I've entirely grown past this this level. At times I still find myself like think about something, and I'm like, no, so I don't think that way consciously. That is called, I think that's called mindedness. It is what is in me that I can bring out. What I'm trying to drive at the point that be an happy person yourself. I'm serious. It sounds somehow, but be happy. Be happy, because if you're not happy for yourself, happy in yourself, you cannot be happy for another person. You will still find that you are judging another person. And forget about other people now. I'm talking to myself too. And I'm talking to you also. Forget about Mr. A judging Mr. B. Why will people do? Face yourself right now. Because there are things that we are thinking in our heart. If they open our heart out, amen. So I'm trying to say that guard your heart, you know, guard your own self before you look at another person and say, this person is judgmental and everything. For you to even say this person is judgmental and all, look at yourself too. I wrote something down. Come in, please. I wrote that I said, now back to me. What do I have on my inside? Am I a person of love or hatred? Am I a person filled with guile in my heart? And as I said, these questions are important to answer before we point fingers at other people and call them judgmental. So that means the first thing is from me. Sorry, I'm sweating so much. So it starts from me. I'm trying to look for another person, and then this one says, is someone sucking through life because of what I did? Is someone's relationship going through a tough time because of my actions? Is somebody's esteem grade I rated somebody's esteem grade now 2% just because of what I said to that person? Before we point our fingers to other people, I'm talking to myself also. Let's look at ourselves first. Let's check ourselves, because I think it's easy to even judge other people. They are doing this, they are doing that. Are you meeting all your personal expectations? For instance, are you meeting everything before you now point finger at somebody that somebody is going through? People are going through a lot. People are going through things that I'm not. God has not made me the judge of that thing. Like it's kind of wrong. I think this is more like a rant content. All right, guys. I think I just come to rant here today. Like let's look at ourselves before we point fingers at another person. People are going through things. Face your own life. Face your own journey. Accept your own what's it called, evolving for instance. So yeah, I've come to the end of this video. Thank you guys for viewing my video. Thank you so much. I believe the next time I'm coming, I'm becoming more gentle and I will have more constructive words. Okay. All right. Greater is the end of a thing than the beginning. Greater is the end of New Dawn channel than the beginning. Till I come your faces again. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. See, Jesus, what is going on? Oh God. It did. So I'm sweating.